Welcome to the review of Descendants 4 by me, the monkey. Well, I am saddened because I started this off as soon as I saw it drop. I watched the first, what I watched was the Halloween special that he was a part of from 2019, and it was really sad because we were back with Cameron. We were back with him, the one that had died in real life. So it was very sad. It was bittersweet to be back, seeing him again, hearing his voice, even though it was a claymation type of short. It had to do with the Headless Horseman and all that. Really good animated claymation continuation. And it was the first thing they did that kind of showed that they were the good and the bad were kind of getting along. And even the one that was in love with Cameron and was dating him at the time, uh, actually congratulated, uh, what's her name? The what's my name, what's my name girl. Yeah, I forget her name. Yeah, she it's just as sad because well, oh, she had congratulated her on that it was a really good prank, but the it just I don't know. It just I I don't like the movie, the fourth one. But but it was actually they took the advice of the lead that she said it was her very first project. The lead from the first Descendants and Descendants 2 and 3. The one that was the one that originally made the prince fall in love with her. And she's also the one that was dating uh, Cameron at the time. Well, the the one that died. But yeah, they were a couple, and I don't know, just very sad. I mean, she had given advice that even though she didn't want to be a part of it, that they could well they she basically gave the advice of where they could go with the story, and that's exactly where they went. They ended up choosing to go with somebody that was just as much of a spitfire as her. So they went with Red. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. I I'm not a fan of number 4. I say even the cast of 1 through 3 had said at the end of filming, at and especially after Cameron died, that they thought this was a great way to end the series. That they felt that the chapters was done and they didn't want to come back. And yes, one actor since then interviewed this year said yes, they would because they enjoyed the character so much. But that's one. But the only one out of them all said that they would want to come back. But yeah, so it's just really sad. But the fact that you know, so just saying, I if they do a box set, I'm not going to buy the fourth, but I'll buy them individually, and I'll even buy if they have a box set right now, I'll buy that one because it's not Four to me is not part of the thing. It's oh, we may have a guest star. We may have a guest. Hold on, 1 second. Trying to invite. Invite. Hold on, everybody. Okay, let's see if he pops in, everybody. Let's see. Do 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 do. Oh shoot! Sorry. That's waiting. We're waiting to see. Mm, mm. Waiting, waiting, waiting to see if my co-host accepts. Waiting, waiting. So while we're waiting, I will say the soundtrack, amazing. But I prefer the soundtrack at number one. But yeah, we'll wait and see. I haven't gotten. I sent it to you. Hold on, I'll check. I sent it on Instagram. Check on Instagram. It's there. Waiting on Instagram. So to see if he can get the link. Yeah, we're waiting, waiting, just waiting. Waiting on Instagram. Instagram, oh Instagram, we're waiting for you to deliver. I sent an invite to my co-host that I hope he will accept. Oh Instagram, we're waiting for him to accept. Everyone, just wait, he may appear. Oh, good. 1 second. At the stage. There you are, my wonderful co-host. There. How you doing?
I've been better.
Oh, well, this one is on Descendants. Have you seen how many of the Descendants have you seen?
About 2 seasons, I believe.
Descendants is the Disney animated movies, the live action Descendants on the children of the heroes and villains of the movies like Jafar and Cruella and basically the daughter of Maleficent and all the other ones, the son of Jafar, the son of Gaston, things like that. Well, have you seen those?
No.
Oh, I thought you had. but well, anyway, the it's they made 3 films, and during the filming of the first 3, the lead and her kind of somebody else in the movie, her co-star, fell in love. Well, after the filming of the third one wrapped, he died due to a heart condition. He had a seizure. Well, the cast had decided that they didn't want to do any more films after that. They thought all the chapters were wrapped up, and well, they ended up doing a fourth one. And when they had said they wanted to do a fourth one, the executives, Cameron was interviewed. Sorry, not Cameron. The one that uh, the one that was dating, the one that died at the time. Well, technically, if I remember correctly, she had dumped him, and they were in the middle of a breakup. But they were supposed to get back together. But uh, if memory serves, well, the the he died, and so they all decided they weren't going to do any more. But she, when interviewed, said basically that they could just that the stories of that world did not have to end with them, with that main cast. She told them they could continue the story with other characters in that universe. That they could find another one like her and stuff, like like they did with that. But and that's exactly what they did. The fourth one has the daughter of the Red Queen from Alice in Wonderland. So yeah, I thought they would have went with Alice, but no, it's all has to do with the Descendants per the title. But I really feel that even though they should give her writing credit because they're following her advice to the T, it just feels like how the Matrix felt when it was really different, when it was without some of the main cast, when they had a younger Morpheus, and things were really different. It's like that. It just doesn't capture the same magic as it does with the original. It's kind of like you've seen Buffy, right?
Yes, I have seen Buffy.
How was the show when they got rid of some of the original cast? When they just replaced them and continued on?
It was alright, but the episodes did get kind of dull.
Yeah, I was watching the musical number 4, and it just it it just feels like a random musical. It just feels like blah. It doesn't have the feel that the Descendants did. I mean, it's like you could turn on 1, 2, or 3 and know exactly what you were watching. But it's like, say, if you were to start it and then go to the bathroom and come back, you wouldn't know what you were watching because they're spreading the world out too much, and I don't like it. I don't like like there's a scene where it's like with Red, and in the Wonderland, it's basically just her and all these other dancers, and just feels animatronic almost. It doesn't have the soul. It's like 1, 2, and 3 have the soul. It's like you could tell they all work together, and and then they had to really spit in the face of the fans by saying that they have the one actress in it that is played the baddie in the last Descendant film. She's the daughter of Ursula. Well, she they have her say in the movie, it's what he would have wanted, and they show the photo of him, the one that died. Well, everybody of the original cast, except one of the adults, and and um and yeah, they yeah, the older actress that played the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, her, she came back, but the I will tell you how badly they needed to resurrect this to make it so that people would actually go out and see it. You know how a big sign of most movies that are a sequel, a sign that they know the movie is a stinker without the main cast, is to get a big name stars to be in the stinker?
Yes.
Well, they they brought in 1998 or 1999's Brandy and the actor that played Prince Charming from that. Yeah, they realized it wasn't going to have the heart and soul of the original three, so they hired Brandy, the singer, and the prince from the old original Disney live action one to kind of be the you know the like I would have turned the movie off if I hadn't seen them on the screen. So yeah, it's like they were the reason why I continued. Because yeah, it just doesn't have the heart and soul. And I will say this: I at least like the fact that the sequel to the Enchanted, yes, and I won't spoil it for you, but that they at least brought back all the original cast. That I loved. Well, except one guy, the the henchman that turned good. Him. Well, I at least they brought back all that cast, but yes, I realized that it was only the one character, the actor that died. That's the only reason why they didn't want to come back. They they were nobodies when they started out, and they really got to be somebody when they were on it. But I mean, have you seen oh, what's that show? The one that starred the girl from the Spider-Man. Uh, the newer Peter Parker films, that starred as MJ. Oh, Shake It Up. Did you ever see Shake It Up, the TV show?
Yes.
Oh, what about have you seen Jesse?
Yes.
The one, the kid that was the dancer, the one who could just dance, dance for anything, like the dance, the one that had the teddy bear. Him, he's the one that was in those three films, and they all got to be family, and they won't come back because they loved him too much, and when they lost him, they were like, "We're not doing any more." But yeah, it's just really sad. I mean, they're just doing it for the money, for the franchise. But I don't know. I just really, I hate it when they milk a franchise, but it's worse when somebody died. I mean, in a way, it's kind of worse than what they did with The Crow, because at least with that, it's something completely different. But with this, they're just continuing the world, and yes, they included uh, some scenes that he was in. They kind of did some flashbacks, like during the beginning, and yeah, they had him in a couple little thingies in the beginning, and then they just show his framed photo in the yeah. and say it's what he would have wanted. But no, it's not. It was the fans that came out and said that he would have wanted them to continue without him. But no, I don't believe that he would have wanted that. He would have respected his co-star's wishes and not came back. But but for those who are worried about the Fairy King, don't worry. He just had an ogre stomp through his very forest and swinging his arms all about. But the Fairy King, he will get through this. He is strong. The Fairy King will regain control of his kingdom, and he will remain the king of the fairies. And he will be as strong as he once was. And I swear by it, the Fairy King will rise again, because the Fairy King will not be defeated, because he has people in his life that pick him back up even when he falls down. Right, Fairy King?
Yes.
So, Fairy King, what was the last lunar? No, what was the last moon? No, I'm trying to think. When's the next moon cycle?
I'm not exactly sure, but we are in the last phases of waxing crescent.
Well, I don't know about you, but later on tonight, I'm definitely gonna wax my crescent. Ha ha! Just think of all the wild parties that are going on during this. Uh, well, yeah. Uh, so I do have an update on things, but yeah, the remember the last stream we did? I was talking about how people were on the verge of canceling Miller.
Yes.
It's happening. It's happening. It's all throughout. It's happening. So yeah, that thing didn't just die out. It's continuing, and fans are still. It's like, yeah, they're just so determined to get her canceled. And it's actually working. It's happening. It's so sad. I mean, yeah, but well, I will say, uh, Fairy King, what would if they were to make a sequel of a Disney movie that you have seen? What sequel would you like them to make since they need new ideas?
I'm not sure.
That's okay, Fairy King. You suffered lots of blows when the ogres came through. I really hope you will bounce back from this. Ogres can be nasty, they can be cruel, they can be mean, and they are always wrong. But the Fairy King is always right. Just remember that. Even if, yeah, the Fairy King is always right. And yeah, so everybody, the my review is a F. A F for the Rise of Red, the fourth in the franchise, but I give an A plus to Descendants 1, Descendants 2, and Descendants 3. I hope the actress from the fourth one will be shitting herself every night knowing that the one that died is haunting her. I betcha he's haunting her butt off because she had to utter the lines that he would have wanted them to continue. No, he would not have. No, nope, 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 nope. Well, on that note, still waiting for a 4K of Casper. Yep. Still waiting. Yep. Well, Fairy King, like number one, two, and three, this is going well. But sadly, it didn't end with three. It should have, but it didn't. So we're gonna do what Descendants 3 wasn't able to do. We're going to end it. But everybody, be sure to go to his shop if you watch this. Everybody, well, Fairy King, do you want to say where your shop is? If they need any magical items as October nears.
You can find the link to my shop in my Instagram and on my Facebook.
Well, Fairy King, I will help you rebuild your kingdom no matter how much needs to. I uh I will contact you after the stream and we will rebuild your kingdom together.